Welcome to the Portage Daily Register Sports Show, the first of what we hope is many webcasts to come to you featuring the local sports scene. My name is Kevin Morales. I'm the sports reporter at the Portage Daily Register, and I'm alongside sports editor Travis Huslett, and we're coming to you from the sports desk at the Portage Daily Register. With the start of football camp last week, there are many intriguing storylines with the 2009 prep football season. Travis, what's the one story you're looking forward to following the most?
Well, I think for me it's right here in Portage. With Portage football coming off a winless season last year, there's expectations are definitely to do better than that for sure. When I talked to head coach Dave Schmitz, his big thing was confidence. He felt last year that they got off to a kind of a rough start. They lost two pretty tough football games to Fort Atkinson and Monroe, and from there things kind of just spiraled, out of control. So he thinks it's important to have confidence right away. Early success to build that confidence, which is going to be tough because there's a couple of ineligible football players that could really help that aren't going to be on the field. So a good start is the big thing that Dave Schmitz is pushing here in Portage. So that start, we'll find out soon what kind of start they'll have, and that'll be the key to their season. How about you, Kevin? What's this intriguing storyline for you?
Well, the team I'm looking forward to following is a team that's only got 2 wins over the last 2 seasons. It's the Montello-Princeton Green Lake Co-op. It's a co-op that started 2 years ago with Montello-Princeton. They didn't win a game. Last year they won 2 games. Now this year they actually have Green Lake with the co-op too. With Green Lake comes a couple of big names. Cal Grams is a running back, was an all-conference running back last year. He joins an offense that will have Matt Sosinski, who played for Montello-Princeton last year, as well as Jake Lunau, who wasn't an all-conference selection or anything like that, but had a big year for Montello-Princeton last year. So this is a team that, like I said, only won 2 games last year, 0 the year before that, but they could have a pretty big, pretty explosive offense with all the guys they've got now. When I went to camp on, I believe, Thursday of last week, one big surprise was Brad Brooks, who was an all-conference quarterback with Green Lake, wasn't at practice. Head coach Bill Sald said he's still kind of deciding if he's going to go out this year. Certainly that would be a huge addition to the co-op if he did come out for quarterback, but if he doesn't, they seem pretty confident in Jake Lunau's abilities as well. The University of Wisconsin also started its football camp last week, and Travis, you went to the UW Media Day on Sunday. What were some things you took away from that?
There was a couple things that were maybe surprising. One of them was how high Coach Bert Bielema is on his tight ends. He said one of the things that kind of caught a lot of people by surprise is he thought that this year's group could be better than last year's, which is a little bit of a surprise because last year they obviously had Travis Beckham in there, but even though he was kind of hurt quite a bit, missed about the second half of the season, but he's pretty high on them, led by Garrett Graham, who had a great year, and he's going into his senior year, and that was maybe a little bit of a surprise. But the other thing that I think a lot of people were talking about afterwards was the quarterback situation. That's kind of the big thing going into camp. Well, when are they going to decide on a quarterback? And Dustin Shear is the guy that got most of the work last year in the second half of the season. So everyone kind of thought that he was a favorite to have the position this year, but it doesn't appear that way. Maybe as the camp's wearing on here in the second week, seems like maybe Kurt Phillips might be the guy. He hasn't committed. Coach Bielema hasn't committed anyone yet, and it just by his comments, it made it sound like maybe he's leaning away from Shear and maybe to Kurt Phillips.
Well, certainly a lot of questions heading into the season for UW football. Well, that's going to do it for the first edition of the Portage Daily Register Sports Show. Please feel free to email us with any questions or comments or story suggestions or anything that's on your mind as far as local sports goes, and we'll read your emails on the air, answer any questions you might have. So for Travis, I'm Kevin. Thanks for watching.